Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and today I want to talk about I like why I film in H10 1080p HD, and why at the end of the day having HD I can't tell the unlikeness between 4K and whatever 10K and all the other offshoots of HD that have come out over the years. And some folks believe that you can tell the unlikeness between them. Alright, they're a little bit more brighter or lighter, I'll give you that. But really at the end of the day, after you have HD, and you've had a reckoner or a farseer that can either stream or broadcast things in it, or film things in it, like a web shooter of some kind, or a shooter of some kind, you don't really know it doesn't really look the same. And some folks will think there is unlikeness. So it goes something down like this. You know, I don't really see the unlikeness between HD and 4K or 10K. Well, there is a kind of unlikeness. You know, one's a little more brighter than the other. Is that so? And the only unlikeness that I see between them, since you brought up one being a little more brighter than the other, is that one's worth a lot more than the other. If 4K is worth a lot more than HD, then we know 10K is worth a lot more than 4K. And at the end of the day, that might be the only unlikeness, is how much the reckoners or farseers are worth, or the shooters or web shooters are worth that can either stream or broadcast in it, or film it. Yeah, I guess you're right about that. I mean, I've had farseers now and reckoners that can broadcast and stream in it, and I have a web shooter that can film in it. So I don't really see the unlikeness between it. Now a lot of folks will say, well, unlikeness between HD and 4K and 10K, and who knows what the other one's going to be, you know. And there are going to be some folks out there that could tell you that they can see the unlikeness between the two. Yeah, I guess so. But I always was under the belief that, but the only thing is, one's a little more brighter than the other, one more lighter than the other. Yeah, well, that might be true, but I don't see the unlikeness, you know. It's like once you went from what was known as black and white to cast, then to SD, which was one step up from just casting everything, and then you had HD, and then there was 4K and 10K. But at the end of the day, I really didn't see the unlikeness between HD and 4K and 10K. And yes, I film in HD, 480p. All my films and shows that I ever watch on the Farseer or the Reckoner are in HD in some way they are. And then it was like, then you see Reckoners and Farseers that can broadcast and stream things in 4K or 10K, and web shooters and shooters that can film in either 10K or 4K. And I don't really truly see the unlikeness between it. You know, it's like you can. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like you can tell the unlikeness between something that's only SD or something that's only in cast. You know, you could tell from the film, or at least when on YouTube when someone is filmed in SD, or if it's at HD or 4K or 10K. Yeah, you could tell. But at the end of the day, they all look the same beyond that. So I don't know where the unlikeness is at. I don't know either, to be earnest with you. I mean, someone shows you a Farseer. Look, here's a Farseer that can broadcast in 4K or 10K. Here's a Reckoner that can stream or broadcast in 4K or 10K. Here's web shooters or shooters that can film in 10K or 4K or 10K. But yeah, what is the unlikeness? A little brighter, I would think would be the only thing that makes it unlike the other one. You're right about that. Now, now it might just be my belief, you know. Need be someone else out there might see the unlikeness between all three of them and could say, well, if you go. Now, there's always been this folklore behind HD, believing that there's flaws going on, or HD was a mistake, and that someone made a mistake one day. Oh shit, I made it brighter. Well, if it's a mistake, well, that's not a mistake anymore. Now they're doing it by goal. It wasn't a mistake when they wanted to make they wanted to make HD. It wasn't. See, if it's true, then HD would have been written in a follow-up book called Mistakes That Worked, Flight 2. And that first book talked about mistakes that folks had made, but something good came out of those mistakes. Alright? They worked. HD is not a mistake. Neither is 4K or 10K. Hell, SD wasn't a mistake. Cast wasn't a mistake. Black and white wasn't a mistake either. You know, from going from black and white to cast to SD to HD to 4K to 10K wasn't a mistake. Yeah, you're right. I never believe in those folks that always say it was a mistake that made it happen. Or if you go truly near to your reckoner and farseer, you can see all the flaws that are making it brighter or lighter. Yeah, and I didn't see that. I mean, if something's filmed in SD before it went to HD, yeah, you can kind of see where you can see some of the flaws in it by just watching it. But to say that you can go right up to it and see those flaws, well, you can't. If something is in HD or 4K or 10K now, and it has no black and white or cast or SD offshoot to itself, then you ain't going to see any flaws. But at the end of the day, I can't really know the unlikeness between it. Not me either. Well, that's just my thought on an HD, that I like it, and I can't see the unlikeness between HD and 4K and 10K and all the other Ks that will come after it. Or they might just drop K and start calling it other things. If you like this film, follow me over here at the Jordan Long Fairway. Watch the other film I made yesterday over here. You know, it's a good one. Jordan Long, and I'll see you later. Bye.